Good morning, dear hearts. We are at lesson 99. Salvation is my only function here. And salvation, and I've said this before, when I think of salvation, I think of like a balm that is put on wounds. And salvation is like the ointment that heals all wounds in this world. And we are here. Why we are here? We are here to extend that balm, that healing of forgiveness, because that's what it is, to the world. The world believes that it is wounded because it believes it has a will that is apart from God. The very first line in this lesson tells us that salvation and forgiveness are the same. And because we think we have a will that is apart from God's, this is where we need to forgive. But what we're forgiving is really impossible, because it is impossible for us to be apart from God. However, in this world, we believe in many impossible things. We believe in illusions, and we think that illusions are mirroring truth to us, but it's a truth that is, with a small t, that is living within our separated mind. But forgiveness and salvation, these are the means that we can use to correct all of our wrong-minded thoughts. Now, God has a plan for us. God always has a plan. Whenever there's a problem, remember there's a plan. Let me recognize my problems have been solved, and they have been. So the plan that has been given to us is that the thought of oneness is given us through the Holy Spirit. It is that one whole healing thought that will heal everything, that will put that balm on everything, and everything that is not of God will fall away from our awareness. There's several lines in here that I'm going to read, and it says that the Holy Spirit holds this plan exactly. It was received of Him within the mind of God and in our own. So we already have it, and it is plan is apart from time, in that its source is timeless. The source of the plan is timeless because the source of the plan is God and that wholeness. Now, there's a line in here, the last line of paragraph 5, that says, "Yet does he know one thing must still be true. God is still love, and this is not his will." So you know how I like to play with words. God is still love. God is changeless love. God is undisturbed love. The stillness of God, and it will come up later about that I am not a body, because I am still as God created me. And God is still love. And just to think about that for a moment, it's A Course in Miracles is also teaching us many things. It's teaching us forgiveness. It's also teaching us what love really is and what it is not. Because love, God's love, still love, is unconditional. And this is a huge shift for many of us to make in our minds. Okay, so God's answer, God's plan, is the answer to all false appearances in the one, and is the one that acknowledges, okay, that one thought, that one healing thought from God is the one that acknowledges our lineage. It acknowledges that we are indeed God's child. We are his son. And that our mind is in accordance with God's. Our will is in accordance with God's. That is his desire. God's desire is for us to know who we are and to be in alignment with his mind, because that is where our happiness will be found, in alignment with God's mind, in alignment with God's will, and nowhere else, truthfully. The practicing, oh, this is just a great line before we go into the practicing, and it's talking again about God's plan, that he has one answer to appearances, regardless of their form, their size, their depth, or any attribute they seem to have. Again, this is that one thought, that one plan that will heal everything. And it is also, it's the release from the belief that we are apart from God in any way. Paragraph 7, and I just want to read that because it is amazing. You who will yet work miracles, be sure you practice well the idea for today. Try to perceive the strength in what you say, for these are words in which your freedom lies. Your Father loves you. Just that. Your Father loves you. All the world of pain is not his will. Forgive yourself the thought he wanted this for you. Then let the thought with which he has replaced all your mistakes enter the darkened places of your mind. And that thought, the darkened places of your mind, that thought, the thoughts that never were God's will. Okay? Remember, God is the mind with which I think. And if I am not thinking in alignment, in accordance with the thoughts of God, I'm not really thinking at all. The practicing is salvation is my only function here. God still is love, and this is not his will. And that's a line that we can use as our mantra for today in anything that might be encountered that has any level of disturbance around it for our minds. God is still love. That's it for today. I hope that helped. I hope you're having a lovely day, a beautiful day. It is spring here in Florida. And please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, subscribe, comment, subscribe. And please be here tomorrow for lesson 100.